EVO 2. Yes, big thumbs up today. That's the furthest I've flown any drone that I've ever owned. Hey, this is Dad Random, and I am this morning out with the EVO 2, and it's time, guys, to take our scheduled range test. And you know our range test goes this direction. It's a nice little protected pocket. It's got beautiful views and landscapes on the whole way, the whole journey. We've got we'll have about a maximum 80-degree day, 85 degrees. More than likely, right now it's about 78. So we're in a perfect situation for a range test. No wind, and we should have a really interesting, at least a beautiful flight for sure for a range test. So now I've had a few hiccups with the hand launches. So today, to be safe, I'm going to set the drone down. I'll do a ground launch until and I am in communication with Autel. That was really nice of them to reach out to help me walk me through the launching issue. So here we go. We'll get the drone in the picture here. Let's get it over here by us. Get it out in front of us right there. There she is. Everything is looking okay. And in a second, I'm going to start the video. I also better do a screen capture on this one. Let's go ahead and capture my screen. There we go. I'm going to take drone video because, hey, with this drone, you pretty much can do it. All right, here we go. We are on our way out. So we're looking at probably getting our altitude no more than maybe 300 feet. And I'm going to stay right in the center of I've got a little bit of a dip that will stay inside of. I'm going to switch out my glasses so I can see here a little bit better. Go ahead and get glasses on. There we go. And we will continue on forward. I haven't set a range goal yet today. I haven't decided whether I'm going to attack the maximum distance of this drone or settle with a really long flight. So that's I'm literally up in the air yet. I think anything past 3 miles is going to be a really good flight. So 22 and a half miles an hour. No gimbal adjustment. I'm just going to keep it level. A little bit nervous, even though it's like the conditions don't get much better. I'm going to try to limit my turning, keep the picture forward here. I might wander up a little bit. I might wander up here a little bit just to kind of move my legs, stretch my legs. But I've got a really nice shadow where I'm standing too, so this really sets a good shadow for me to shadow my screen. So it's kind of, people wonder why I keep coming to this spot. It's kind of perfect for this flight. So it's, that's kind of the answer I can give you. But I've done this flight a million times, and I know where to put the array to get maximum connection. I definitely can come up altitude wise. I'm going to go ahead and I'm over the ridge here, so I'm going to definitely pull it up. We need to get up to about 200 feet. so we don't get any signal shadow. Let's look down over the edge, huh? There we go. Oh, look at that down there. Guys, coming back is where the awesome photography is going to be gained. So I'm just punching it forward. We'll just stay to the right of this cliff there. Like I said, we should get really nice light. Lighting conditions should be perfect. I'm going to gradually increase. I'd like to be right, if you see to that, I'm going to mark this screen where my targets are, but if you look to the left of the screen, you see that little tiny peak off to the left. I want to stay kind of just below that peak, and then I'm going to continue on past that spot. So I'm well over a mile. I'm going to reach probably my Mavic distances. My Mavic distances are right into this. If you go right straight into that wash down below, you see how it goes from that light green kind of beautiful foliage there to this more kind of rustic. A lot of trails down there. A lot of mountain biking trails, motorcycle trails. We have a nice straight shot back from this location. "8,000 feet. To most of us that fly these really big, sophisticated drones, this distance is pretty much child's play for this for this drone. But I've got to keep my focus forward here, so just so I stay at good altitude and 300 feet. Almost 10,000 feet. Bring it up a little bit more. Let's get up to 300. Like I said, I want to stay in that protected area. Keep my altitude nice and low. Not too high, not too low. But I am doing a screen record, which will help us understand the connection, whether I'm seeing any kind of a, go up to 350. So I don't want to use up all my altitude yet, but I do want to keep my path. I'm going to go look at that really quick. I want to keep that course perfectly reciprocal. Go back there. And you can see my ground. I'm going to start losing altitude here, so I got to really be careful. I'm out in space where at 12,000 feet. This is about where I turn the Mavic Mini around. And can you imagine having the Mavic Mini this far out? You just imagine. I'm probably going to run out of altitude is my feel. And that's okay. I'm going to eventually have to turn it around, possibly because I'm going to run out of space. That's crazy if you think about it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just staying below. We're at 13,000 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of altitude. But remember, if you understand the terrain I'm on, here I'm at 400. I'm probably only 150 feet above the ground at this point. So that's kind of how you got to get these. You got to do these flights. You've got to There's some, yeah, see, I've got to come up. I can't do this. I can just keep going out. I'm going to be out to 15,000 feet here. This is where I turned around the Mavic Pro a while back when I did a range test with Mavic Pro. And I'm going to keep hugging the terrain. I am way out there by that ridge. I still have got perfect FPV, zero breakup, well over 15,000 feet. And this might be where I end my little journey, because guys, there is zero breakup, and I think that makes the point pretty much made. Wow, that's pretty out there. I don't think I'd ever hike that far. Holy crap. Guys, we still have 20 minutes of battery left. That is insane. All right, there's the motorcycle trails down there. Guys, I am at 16,000 feet and continuing. I've got a clear shot. I can see exactly where I'm headed. That means that when I come down, I'm going to have to reduce that altitude to maintain my correct altitude, my safe altitude. Oh wow, look at that. There we go. We're going to go down a cliff that I've never seen down there. Look at that. Holy crap. All right. Taking about 9 minutes of video, all in one direction. All right. And I think we are going to hit 18,000 feet. I don't want to return to home from here. I don't want it to do an auto return to home. I think that's it. I think that's our distance for today, 18,330 feet. Let's go ahead and do a return reveal. Zero breakup on my video, guys. I have zero breakup. Let's make sure we're in a reciprocal, absolute reciprocal course. Right there. Just lining up my arrow, and we're gonna basically start flying home. That is an amazing achievement. If you think about what these drones basically are designed to do, and that is just crazy, guys. I mean, there is absolutely zero FPV breakup. None. Zero. There is none. Zero breakup. And then, like I said, I'm gonna have to pull down my altitude as I come back. I don't want to pull it down too far yet. I want to keep, I'm gonna keep at a good height just in case I go and get the return to home initiated. But this definitely will not happen. What a gorgeous place. You know, get some looks over there, make sure we're in good focus. And we're just heading on back. So 18,000 feet. 6,000 feet more than the Mavic Mini. And definitely could have gone farther. Let's bring her down to our working altitude here. Probably bring it down to about 500. So we're at our correct altitude. Remember, we're playing around with the terrain. So, and the terrain is telling us where our altitude is, and we have to continue to bring it down because we have just gone up a massive hill. Probably one of the best ways to do an altitude flight, or to altitude flight. Probably one of the best ways to do a flight like this is to pick a terrain that slightly slopes up, because then you're not going to have an issue with the signal. And that's what it's all about. Range flying is all about about maintaining a good solid signal and not having any obstructions like trees or anything like that. But there's an absolute So 18,000 feet. Man, when you start, guys, when you start talking about numbers like 18,000 feet, it gets pretty much ridiculous. We're maintaining the 22.5. This has not swayed in speed whatsoever. We have continued on that exact same speed. Even if I had a slight breeze with a smaller drone, a lot of people go, what's the difference between a bigger and a smaller drone on a range flight? Actually, today would be really a perfect day to fly the Mini in range because of the. Now I'm getting a breeze right there. That would slow the Mini down by 2 or 3 miles an hour, and then you'd have to put that into your distance calculation. All right, I gotta switch my direction here, so I shade off my controller once again. So, wow, that is I just love this view. That's why I chose it. That's why I choose this as the site that I do these range flights on. Just glorious video, and I really don't have to do a reciprocal course back. And I know you're looking at the on-screen information right now that you're like, why'd you turn around? You still have 17 minutes on your battery. and I'll probably be home in, I don't know, I'll probably be home in 5 maybe, something like that. This is where I started to panic with the Mavic Mini. If you remember that, the crash video. I went, oh my gosh. And I am so far past that. Bring her down a little bit more. Bring her down to about 350. This is where you got to stop and enjoy the view here. Hold on here. I had to take a photo, guys. I had to take a couple pictures. Just give me a second. Look at that over there. Holy crap, that's the way I should be flying. Let's fly that way. Let's go that way. Why not? Nothing's stopping us. Certainly not the... Here, let's get a better angle on the way home. Just going to turn it into that terrain right there so it's pretty. Yeah, let's go right about there. All right, that's way nicer to look at anyway, huh? So we're coming in from this angle instead of this angle. Now I've got to make sure I don't lose my signal here, so I got to make sure that I keep in a safe area here. All right, there we go. Remember, my altitude is deceptively different than what you are seeing. So let me just turn it a little bit that way. That'll help as I get to the shadow of this cliff. So I want to make sure I clear that cliff by a lot. So I'm going to let me bring the gimbal down as we go over the river. There's the river down there. That's a pretty view. Trails all over there. Look, are there people down there? Oh, that's not people. Let's go up to the cliff. Let's reveal that cliff so we don't run into it. Let's make sure we don't hit the edge of the cliff. Oh, we are skirting it, man. We are skirting the cliff right now. Oh man. Yeah, that's the way you got to do it, right? Oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I almost ran the Mini right into that cliff right there. Bam! Oh, we cleared it by about 50 feet, so. All right, now we got to watch our height. We got to bring our altitude down. And I've got to change my course a little bit. I've got to bring her more this way right here because I am way over this area. Right over here. There we go. I got to just adjust really quick with the map. There we go, right there. Many of you guys are going to give me crap when you see this map. You'll go, whoa, oh dude, why are you flying there, man? That's not good for a range test. I say it is good for a range test. And I'll tell you why. Because we need to know this stuff. We need to know the tolerances of this drone's flight system. And one of the things that was criticized about it, and I'm trying to help out Autel and to make this EVO a winner. And one of them is that it was receiving interference, and we are in an area of magnetic interference. And you're saying, why do I do that? Because it needs to be done. I need people to understand that this drone it's not scary to fly at all, and I want everybody to enjoy their flights with this drone. So 12 minutes still on the battery, flying 22.5 miles per hour, and we will end up here with time to spare. For sure, not even a question about that. Turn it in a little bit. Oh man, we had some fun hikes on that little trail down there. There's my vehicle. Up there. Nice safe amount of battery. 37% on the drone. After an 18,000 foot, easily could have gone 20,000. 18,000 foot flight. There she is in all her glory. Look at that beautiful bird flowing in here. Let's have her come in right into your picture. Flying all smooth and beautiful like. Look at that. Look at that orange bird. Saying hi to everybody this morning. Guys, for Dad Random and the EVO 2 in its 18,000 foot plus victory. It was at 18,300 something. And it was laughing at us on the return flight. It was taunting us. Later, guys. Beautiful drone. Trust this thing. I'll get the boat launch stuff figured out, and we are in like Flynn, man. We are in like Flynn. Check this out. You never. Hey guys, never fly a drone, guys. Never fly a drone next to a substation. That's what they tell me. Don't fly drones next to a substation. I think you do fly a drone next to a substation because a lot of people live next to them. So for all you guys that are afraid of that, it had no effect on. I had zero video breakup the entire trip. So, all right, let's bring her in. Let's back her in, and says, "Hey, don't." She goes, "I'm not going to back in because you're too close to me." Yeah, let's get her. Let's auto land here in my hand. Yeah, the sensors were saying I was too close, so. So for Dad Random,
stop recording.
And yes, the victorious flight of the massively going to be sold and popular drone, the EVO 2. And for Dad Random, here, let me give the stud drone, the stud drone shot right there. Yes. Problem is you have to be a stud, right? All right. Anyway, but yeah. You know, this thing is like I said, it has zero issues, and I think anything that's happened partly was because of changing in location geographically. Because why is it just the first flight and not the flights after that? You know, So, all right, Dad Random. EVO 2. Yes, big thumbs up today. That's the furthest I've flown any drone that I've ever owned. Just so you know, today you saw it for the first time. The furthest I've flown any single drone in my fleet. I do not have a drone. I do not have a drone that's gone any further than this. Later and bye.
Renderforest.com